Thank you for joining us tonight. Over the weekend, the Madison Police Department Special Victims Unit arrested a man they say trafficked and sexually assaulted multiple children. 36-year-old Zachariah Singletary Sr. made his first court appearance yesterday. Court records show he's facing numerous charges, including 4 counts of trafficking a child. Police say this happened while Singletary worked at the 7-Eleven on State Street. The victims ranged from 15 to 17 years old.
Now, it's not what many of us think when hearing about human trafficking, but law enforcement and recovery groups tell our Arman Rahman that has to change. Arman?
The state's definition of human trafficking is recruiting, enticing, harboring, transporting, or providing an individual, in many cases, for a commercial sex act. It's situations in movies and TV of masked men taking a child that often hide the reality of many trafficking crimes and the work that needs to be done to help the victims recover.
Human trafficking in real life does not look like the movies of someone being kidnapped and abducted. That's not what's happening in our community.
How it is happening in our community is more simple, but just as dangerous.
That depiction really makes invisible a lot of other victims.
Victims like that of Zachariah Singletary Sr., a manager at a State Street 7-Eleven, charged this week with 4 counts of trafficking a child.
Where you have money, and there's lots of money in this community, and where you have those who abuse their power, you will find human trafficking, and so it's happening here.
Jan Miyazaki is the director of Project Respect, which helps survivors of sexual exploitation and trafficking, many of whom are approached at confusing ages or parts of life.
The traffickers are going to take advantage of that and groom them. They'll groom them with compliments, they'll groom them with gifts, they will groom them with promises.
The grooming leads to control, signs you could look out for in juveniles with older people who may not be parents or guardians.
If it appears that their decisions and actions are being directed.
But even if MPD receives reports like that and a victim gets to safety,
very rarely are we actually charging a trafficking crime.
Lieutenant Eugene Worley of the Special Victims Unit says they sometimes need to find a way to interrupt traffickers while gathering necessary details.
If they are committing crimes in our community, looking to arrest them on those crimes so that it gives that survivor and that victim a time and place of space, right, and allow them to get those resources, to get that help.
To nab real criminals who leave very real marks on kids.
They take from them their sense of belonging and purpose and why they're here, and that is, you know, a damage that is hard to overcome.
The Dane County Board tomorrow will hear a budget proposal adding 1 additional detective and 2 crime analysts to the sheriff's office to create a human trafficking task force within the department.